Just me being an old man and cracking my knee every time it moves.
I met a gypsy.
You get to the bottom of the hill the year before when you blew out your knee.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next 48 hours of your life look like?
That was a rough 48 hours. I was basically, like down trying to figure out like what's going on, first of all, because I didn't still was starting to swell, but didn't really know. And then I basically had to get like some scans and checks and stuff, but like they wanted to like wait like 3 days to do it because they didn't have the time. And so I was like, I just need to go home. Like, I'm not even going to get it checked out or anything. So I had like one physio just like do a quick exam on it. But like, other than that, I didn't check anything. I basically just, worked to get a flight home as soon as possible. And I was in first class, thankfully, so I was able to, put my leg up and just recline. But it was a pretty horrible 15 hours. It was a 15-hour flight from Sydney to Vancouver direct. But I had to get to Sydney and do my transfer.
Get through the airport,
everything. So with the
bikes.
I didn't take a bike with me. I'm pretty sure my bike got shipped back for me, but I still had bags and crutches and stuff. But they said they were going to help me in the airport, but no one ever came to help me with bags or anything. So I just was hobbling through.
And so you get back to Canada.
Yeah, get back to Canada. Obviously, with the Red Bull sponsorship, I'm so lucky to have all the medical benefits and help from the behind on that kind of stuff. So it's I was able to get in to see get an MRI, get to see a surgeon, and me and my trainer were he knows a surgeon that they work with a lot. So it was super easy for me to get in because I had the connections, but. I got surgery 3 weeks after the incident because I probably could have tried to get it a little bit earlier and then, tried to push and try and get a few races in. But we were just like, we need to get this thing healed and, fully ready so I don't have any problems for the rest of my life because there's no point at rushing, back at that time.
Yeah.
So I basically just kind of like took a step back and like, It was a weird feeling, like basically just like realizing that, okay, this season's done. Because originally they thought it was just my MCL, and that's only like a 3-month recovery, but ACL is like 6 to a year.
Yeah.
So originally I thought I was going to be back for the season, but when I got the MRI back home and they told me the ACL was gone, it was like a big like whoa, like that's when I knew my season was over, which is a bit of a mind blower. And then, I basically just kind of, instead of, focusing in that direction on trying to race, it was like, okay, like that's done. Like, let's just focus on this next thing, I guess. Like that's my life now. So I basically just went hard at the gym and did as much as I could to get the knee back healthy.
So you basically just then switch gears completely to the recovery, which is obviously something you've never really had to deal with. Bro, it's wild that you haven't had more injuries just because
knock on wood sure.
But no one, like it's so gnarly what you do.
I've had a few. I broken my collarbone, done my wrist, dislocated a finger. I've had pretty gnarly appendix problems and stuff and had so that was my first year elite. I had appendix issues, and so it like inflamed and had like all this black liquid everywhere in my stomach and stuff. It was super gnarly. I didn't get it taken out, and then I had to race the first half of the season with it in and on antibiotics, trying to just like manage everything. I had no energy, was struggling.
Why didn't you get it out?
The doctor didn't want to do it because it was too dangerous and it could have like just been like a really gnarly surgery.
Okay, fair.
So he was like, we have to like let it cool down and like let it chill out and then do the surgery, but then it would just inflame again and then get like, super painful, and I'd have to go back in the hospital. So I was like in and out of the hospital a few times. Like once in Canada, I was in the hospital for like a few days, and then in Europe, the week before the first World Cup, I was in the hospital for 3 days, like just in the most pain ever because my appendix is just like, I don't know, it felt like it was trying to kill me, but it was so gnarly. And then basically I had to go into my first elite race that next weekend, fresh out of the hospital, like still pale, gnarly.
Did anyone know, or you guys kept it under wraps?
People I knew. I told like I think word got out and they posted like a thing like, oh, Jackson Goldstone likely to miss the first race due to injury. And I was like, no one ever asked me. No one ever like said I was gonna miss the race or not. Like no one's like, I'm racing. Like that was almost like motivation for me to like try and like just go and do it. And I was like, I can't like be here and not race. Even if, I didn't make it, I was like, it didn't make the qualifier or whatever. I was like, this is still good experience if I just roll down the hill, like whatever. So I did. And then I managed to get 6th in my first race. Next race was, 2 weeks later, still dealing with the appendix stuff. It's getting better on the antibiotics. I got 3rd in Leogang. And then it was getting a little better, but still not amazing in Val d'Isole. And that's when I won my first Elite World Cup. And then I got surgery and I got it taken out finally the 3 days after Val d'Isole winning my first race. So that was mid-season. Had to recover from that.
How was that recovery?
It was brutal.
Yeah, okay.
It was really brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the surgery was gnarly too. So my appendix was basically trying to, I'm not a doctor, but I will try and explain this best I can. Apparently it was trying to like punch a hole through my abdominal wall and like get out of the situation that was there, I guess. And it's this little tiny thing. I can't believe it does so much damage, but it was trying to just like push its way out. So they couldn't even see it on the MRI or like CT or anything because it wasn't in the same place. It like was over on the side of my body. And so that's where the pain was. It was getting worse, right? And they were just like trying to figure it out. And so the original plan was like they're going to start by going through my like belly button for the surgery because that's like an access point, I guess, into your abdominal areas. And they're like, if we can do it like cleanly, we'll do it through there. But otherwise, we might like have to fully like cut me open. And that's season over. Like that's a big recovery. And I learned after. So I had like the doctor that I had, the surgeon. He was like this like super high level, like university like level like teacher, like doctor. I don't even know what level. He was crazy good, like best in the country for sure. And he managed to, it was the first time they ever performed the surgery that I had with going through the belly button and not opening me up completely. So they basically saved my season.
Yeah,
but it was the first time he's ever done that surgery. And so there was like a bunch of like other people like taking notes and like learning about all this stuff. And like, it was like a really gnarly situation. And I was in Munich, Germany. Or Salzburg, actually.
Yeah.
Austria.
Yeah.
Completely different place. Flew out of Munich.
Same.
Close. Flew out of Munich. Took a painkiller that, because I left my painkillers in the like checked luggage. So I took one of my girlfriend's painkillers, and it had something in it that like completely ruined me again. And basically my intestines got inflamed, so I couldn't like pass food or anything. So I was just like constipated for the next 2 weeks just from this painkiller, and everything was so inflamed that I like literally like nothing was moving. So yeah, I was in and out of hospital again there for like 2 weeks. That's still mid-season. I lost 12 kilos. I think I don't know how many pounds that was, but I was
That's like 24 pounds.
Yeah. So my lowest weight was 51.5 kilos, and I'm usually
Do you do
60.
kilos in Canada? Or
They kind of do both. I don't even know what the rule is. I try and do both, but I'm not great at either, I'd say. But I'm like usually about like 60 to 65 kg, and I was down to 51. So
yeah, that's not.
I lost a lot of weight. Mid-season, had to get it all back.
First season.
Yeah, first season.
All the hype, all the pressure, all the noise.
So I missed World Championships that year, but I didn't even miss a race due to it. So I was pretty proud of myself to still do that and, push through. And so I got back up to like 60 kgs in like 2 weeks. Because I had 2 weeks before the next race of training, and then I was back into the second half of the season.
So you were just eating a bunch?
Dude, I was just
going for
inhaling protein. Inhaling.
Really?
It was insane.
Dude.
I got hooked up through my trainer with a nutritionist that works with the Golden State Warriors as well.
Yeah.
And so she was basically like giving me some help, and insanely smart lady. Like I couldn't tell you some of the stuff she was telling me because like it just went right over my head at the level she's at. But I was trying to, take it as much as I could, and she was basically just saying like like eat as much protein as physically possible until like you can't eat anymore and like work out. And like, that's like literally your only chance at trying to gain weight back. Like,
well, because you're
that's your
still
thing, so-
training, you're still doing cardio.
yeah, exactly. Like you just have to like eat as much as physically possible. So I was, just like pounding protein shakes, going for, crazy big Chipotle bowls. I'd go to the gym and then I'd go to Chipotle and get like double chicken, and it's got like 70 grams of protein or something. I would get like a chocolate milk that has 30 grams of protein, and then I'd have a bar as well. And I'd be like, I think I was at like 200 grams a day. I'm just trying to like as much as I can.
That's wild.
Yeah.
While
it was crazy.
training.
Yeah, while training. And I mean, I wasn't like fully going into like exactly this food. I definitely was going and, sticking away from things, but I was like, it didn't even matter like what. I was basically just trying to have as many calories and as much protein as physically possible.
That's
It was
crazy.
Yeah.
Do people know that all that was going on at the time?
I don't think I've ever like fully told like the story like in depth.
Yeah.
Like that's definitely the most I've told about it, but people knew what was going on and stuff, but I don't think they understood like the level.
Extent
Like
of it.
the surgery that I had was really gnarly. Like it was supposed to be like a 3-hour surgery. It turned into like a 6-hour surgery, and it was pretty gnarly. And I woke up from that one in a lot of pain. So it was just such a weird feeling, like having your whole like middle abdomen just like you can't even feel it from the surgery. I was just like didn't even know what was going on.
You just finished watching a clip from the full 3-hour podcast. You're on our Clips channel. The full podcast live on the Gypsy Tales podcast channel. It's linked right here. Go over to that channel, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and make sure you never miss a full episode of the Gypsy Tales podcast. If you don't want to watch it on YouTube, you want to watch it on the go, you can also head to our iTunes or Spotify to get the full 3-hour podcast in audio format.
I met a gypsy.